Welcome back to the Reseller Journey podcast. And in this episode, we got a doozy. We are exploring alternative ways to make money as a reseller using your current inventory. So, what do I mean by that? I'm exploring different ways to cash in on some of the items that we might already have in your inventory. We're going to be looking at different ways that we could be possibly making a little bit more income than what we're seeing currently. Maybe you sell on Poshmark, maybe you sell on Mercari, eBay, all of the other platforms, but there's a way that we can maximize our profits by taking advantage of a certain platform that I have been using in my business for the last 6 weeks. So if you're new to the channel, my name is Bo. I am a full-time eBay reseller for the last 2.5 years. I'm really here to help you guys go further, faster in your reselling journey. And if you have questions, just drop them in the comment section down below, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you guys might have related to this topic. And heck, if it's not related to this topic, ask them anyways, because I'm really here to help you guys in all areas of life. So, the first thing we're going to be talking about is how we can really take advantage of the items that we already have in our inventory. You already sourced the items, you already took photos of the items, you already listed the items. So now what can we do to really take advantage of that? So I'm going to be going over this quick little presentation to just really open your guys' minds up to the opportunities that we have. There is so many ways to make money. Especially online. There's so many ways that we can, diversify. But I really just want to touch on a few, and then a few that I have been doing recently. And I know it could be helpful for you because mainly a lot of you guys are resellers. So, I'm not going to be talking about, starting a drop shipping website, or, starting an Uber Eats delivery service, or Airbnbs. While all those are great other side hustles, we're going to really try to keep this focused on reselling and resellers. So, really just a quick little intro here. Are you a reseller looking to increase your sales and expand beyond eBay, or maybe a certain platform that you might be all in on? So this presentation, I'm going to show you alternative ways to make money off of the inventory you already have by using other platforms like Poshmark, Mercari, Facebook Marketplace, Shopify to maximize your profits. So making money with Vendue. So if you guys are new to the channel and you don't know what Vendue is just a platform for cross listing or cross posting onto other platforms. They have like 9 other platforms that they're associated with. So you could cross list onto Etsy, Poshmark, Mercari, Depop, Grailed, Shopify, Kidzin, uh, one other one I'm missing out on, maybe two. But it's really cool. It's cool because you can do all of your work on one platform, say it's Poshmark, and you can take all of those items that you did all that work on that one platform and import them into Vendue, and then spread those items out all throughout the internet. Whether you want to get on Facebook Marketplace or you want to start your own Shopify store, you can take all of the work you've done on some of these platforms. Maybe you sell on Mercari, maybe you sell on eBay, but you want to start expanding your reach. Vendue does that for you. So that is why I reached out to Vendue to see kind of what we could do to work together to kind of track my process and my progress. I have been against cross listing for quite some time, but they just rolled out this feature, I'd say about 2 months ago now, the auto sales detection feature, which I do love. I never wanted to manage my inventory when something's sold on a different platform, and now I have to go delist it off another platform. That just sounded like a headache. So with this auto sales detection feature, it really helps, automate and streamline the process. So discover the power of Vendue is an essential tool for resellers. With over 500 in sales in my first month on the platform Poshmark, I cannot wait to cross list to Mercari, Facebook, and Shopify. Vendue has been a game changer for my business. And while $500 might not seem like a lot of money, it still adds up over time. And I haven't cross listed all of my eBay store onto Poshmark. So the potential for more money is higher. So, I was always trying to figure out alternative ways to make money and still staying within the reselling niche. And this just made sense to me. It's like, yeah, I've been on eBay for 2.5 years. I love it. It's great. It's changed my life. But I'm never going to be like having a set thought of like, no, I'm eBay only and I'm ride or die. I really feel like within the reselling niche in the last few months, people are starting to now open up their minds more to maybe I should start diversifying. You hear it all the time as an investing advice. Diversify your portfolio. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, because when things do have a hard time on that platform that you're only doing, then it really controls your emotions, your finances, all of the things that, really tug on our heart. So if you can diversify some of the items that you already have, that you already sourced, and put them on other platforms, I don't see that as a way as that's going to hurt you. It's going to just give you more reach and more people looking at your items. Of course, there's more to it than that, but I certainly was surprised with the amount of sales just within my first month using Vendue to cross list. So the next one I want to touch on, and this is kind of like a segue into kind of a thing that might be not really talked about too much, but I thought it's pretty cool because you already have a lot of items. If you are a reseller, you have stuff. I don't care what it is. It could be trading cards, it could be baseball bats, it could be baseball mitts, whatever. Don't know why I was on the baseball theme there, but it's pretty interesting. The Amazon influencer program is great, but I think it's even better for resellers. Why? Because you can literally make a review about every single item in your inventory and get paid commissions for life on that item. That's it. If you have a camera, if you have a cell phone, you know what this is, a cell phone, you can film things like this mug and get commissions off of it. If you resell clothes, do you resell clothes? Then you can make reviews with these clothes. It's simple. It's that easy. I haven't made I made about 10 review videos last week for the Amazon influencer program. I am up to 730 videos on the Amazon influencer program. And basically what that even means is that when you make a review video about a product that you have, then that review video gets put into that listing on Amazon, and as well as mobile. And then anytime someone watches that review video and decides to make a purchase of that product or any other product, you get commissions. As long as you were the person that they watched your video last. So they could go buy you can make a review about a football, and then they go buy a $2,000 laptop. You get commissions off of that. So similar to the Amazon affiliate program, except this is video centric. So I think I've made about $7,000 being in the program for the last 4 months. I hadn't done a video for about 2 months, prior, and I was still continuing making money. Our worst month was my first month when I got started. I think I made $300. My second month was hovering around $1,500 to $1,700. Third month, I think, was $2,000. And then this last month was about $1,400. So those are just rough estimates around that price range. But it's been around $1,500 a month. And I haven't lately done any work in this program. I haven't done a single thing, but it's constantly cash flowing and bringing in more money. And this is a great program for people that, do specialize in seasonal items, um, Christmas time, Halloween stuff, Father's Day, Mother's Day, all of that stuff does really good on the Amazon influencer program. And I just thought that the marriage between a reseller and this program is beautiful because, you know, clothes is great, but if you're selling, maybe even some higher end items, what does it take to pop out your phone and to review something for 30 seconds? And when I'm talking about a review, I'm saying say 2 to 3 nice features about the product that you're reviewing, and that's it. You want to be a quick, to the point, reviewing that item so the buyer has the best possible information to convert the sale. So that is something that I've opened up in the last few months, really to see a little bit more money coming in. And it's not like eBay. It's not like Poshmark. It's different. You don't need to list every day. You don't need to post videos every day. This is why I took about a 2-month break from the program after doing 700 videos in the first few months, just to see how it is compared to other platforms. And it was still consistently making more and more money every day. The beautiful thing about the Amazon Influencer Program is they do an incentive bonus every quarter, every 2 times a year. And it is pretty interesting on how that works. They do different incentive bonuses, meaning that, like, if you can knock out, you'll get an email getting to knock out 50 videos in the kitchen niche. And every video you get paid $50, a flat fee, to make a video about a spoon, about a KitchenAid mixer, about a coffee pot. So these are the incentive programs they do. They are doing one now. It ends on the 22nd. And it is, you can either do 250 videos for $13,000, or some people got the incentive of you do 500 videos for $13,000. I know it's some people got to work half as much and get the same amount, and some people got the 500 videos to make $13,000. So you'll have to join the program and see how it is, but you'll get an email from time to time. Check it out, and the opportunity to make money in this program is real. But I will say, it has its roller coaster rides, just like eBay. There can be times where you make $16 in a day, and then the next day you make 120, and the next day you make 4, and then the next day you make 60. So if you it's against terms of service for me to show you my graph, but if you were to see my Amazon influencer graph, it looks pretty identical to eBay right now. But over the course of the month, I'm doing well, $1,400, $1,500. And that might not seem like a lot, but also remember that, a lot of the work that I did was front loaded. And now I'm just going to be doing maybe 10 to 20 reviews a month, just slowly adding in more items. But yeah, really cool program. If you're not, familiar with it, uh, 50 followers on TikTok. I've seen people get approved with, 1,000 followers on Instagram. So it's not necessarily you don't get approved based on the amount of followers you have. It's due to engagement. So you want to really have an account that has good engagement. But like I said, it is a beautiful partnership if you're a reseller, because the bottleneck in this program that I see is that people review stuff around their house, and that's great. You usually have 3, 4, 500 items around your house, especially if you live in America, and that gets the ball rolling in the program. But then what I see after a few months is people run out of items to review. But if you're a reseller, you're constantly buying inventory, so you can review literally everything that comes in through your inventory. You sell Levi's jeans, review every model of Levi's jeans. You sell Wrangler pearl snaps, review Wrangler pearl snaps. Um, Amazon's got it all, right? So really just wanted to bring that alternative way. I know I wanted to keep it more about using Vendue to cross list, but this one here, the Amazon influencer program, I think a lot of people are sleeping on. And as a reseller, I think you can outcompete a lot of the other people that aren't resellers. So check it out. If you have questions too about that, just message me. You can message me through Instagram if you want to get a hold of me directly. But just want to drop in the chat, Honeybee's Hanger says, I'm paying attention, asking myself how to do more this past week. Yeah. Um, Pushing yourself is the greatest way. We really don't know what we're capable of until we're put under pressure, until we're pushing ourselves. What is the principle? Parkinson's law, I think, is states like if you give yourself 8 hours to do a task, you'll take the whole 8 hours. But that same task, you'd give yourself 3 hours to do it, you'll cram to get that task done in 3 hours. So it's like pushing yourself, setting limits and timelines on yourself can really help you refine who you are as a person. So that's good. Keep pushing yourself. I support that. South London reseller Hybo, what's going on? Marcus in the house, what's going on, buddy? Tammy, oh my God, please do a how-to video on the influencer program. Yeah, it's I have a few videos. I took a break from doing to talking about it and also from doing review videos because I really wanted to test to see how the program is. And fast forward 2 months later, I thought it was amazing to not have to work, like do anything in the program for 2 months and still make $1,300 and like $1,500. I didn't do anything. So that was pretty cool because I'm used to the eBay, listing every day, sourcing, doing this. This was true definition of passive income. Like it was just coming in. It was active income to start because I had to make all those videos. But now I can literally just set it and forget it. I do want to remain active though and still do reviews. But man, if you're a reseller and you are looking for alternative ways to make money, this is a simple one. You don't need to show your face. Some people do voiceovers. You could literally just take your phone and just do a quick video of this Sharpie marker and then wow, it's amazing. Do a quick 15-20 second video and then come back over with a voiceover and then just say a few key features. You'd be surprised. Like the things that people review, you could review food, you could review coffee, you could review batteries. I mean, you can review anything that's on Amazon, you can review it. So if you're a reseller, man, this is a beautiful time. So yeah, you don't need to show your face if you're shy or whatever. That's okay. But people are building businesses within this program. I would say it for me, it's still a kind of a side hustle because the ups and downs. You can't like quit your job and quit everything and go do this influencer program full time because it's just ups and downs. They're changing stuff. They're putting this out. They're changing this and then also too, they could just end the program altogether. So the program's been around for 7 years, but just within the last few years, it's gained more traction. So Tammy, I would say try to get approved and see if that's something that you want to do. There is two approval processes. There's the first one where they check out your social media that you apply with to see how the engagement is. And then once you get in through that first approval process, then they're going to have you submit 3 videos reviewing 3 products. And then they review those manual review to see, how you're doing it. And then once you get through that, then is when you can start getting on-site commissions. So pretty interesting. I really do think it's, you see TikTok Shop out, you see the Poshmark Lives out. I really do think that selling through video like Whatnot is really going to be the future of reselling. Maybe not in the next 5 years, but down the road, this is something that you really do want to get proficient at, with a camera, with editing and, all these things that might seem daunting, but it is easier than you think. And you don't need to spend a lot of time on these Amazon review videos, not like a YouTube video. People just want a quick, short, quick to the point. What is this item about? And let's go. So, I mean, you know how many people buy stuff on Amazon, especially on their Prime Day and Q4? It's crazy. I'm selling stuff in the program that I've never made reviews about. I go, what? I sold a beard shaver. I sold just so much random stuff. Bird feeders, and I know I don't have any bird feeders here. Um, Travel bags. Geez, some of the worst things too. Like I reviewed a propane tank for my barbecue pit, and I sell like 3 propane tanks a day for the last couple days. So some of the most silliest things that you're like, yeah, I'll review that. My patio lights for the patio, reviewed that. We were selling quite a few. A bug zapper. It's like I reviewed that, sold quite a few of those. But it doesn't have to be those random things, though I wouldn't, do those. But you could really go the distance in this program if you're a reseller. If you're as long as you're sourcing, you're able to now source those items, put them on your eBay store, Poshmark, Mercari, and then also review those items and also have another stream of income. That's what this topic is all about. That's what this podcast episode is all about. It is about how we can do what we're already doing as resellers, but maybe branch out in different ways where we can start trickling other income from other sources. You may not make millions of dollars off the Amazon influencer program, but it can help bring in a little more relief, when you might be seeing slower sales on other platforms. Boy, I felt like I talked a lot about that program, but I'm pumped. I'm pumped for it because I feel like not a lot of people are talking about it in the reselling niche. And now I see just a lot more talk about, wow, this isn't really working for me right now. What are some other opportunities out there? This is one of them. Uh, Honeybee's Hanger says, you definitely have my attention on the Amazon influencer program. Yeah, I think a lot of people, when they hear the Amazon, first of all, influencer has like a bad connotations, kind of has a bad rap. You're not like an influencer like Iman Ghazi and you're just, riding Lambos. You're just a person that helps convert the sale. That's it. So you don't say anything that's going to be like hooking them. You're basically talking about the item, saying 2 to 3 features, and that's it. Then you end the video. The reviews that go longer than a minute, I feel like the person clicks off. They're there to just like get a few quick features about the item, and that's it. Like I did one of my coffee grinder, grinding coffee beans. I said it was the most basic video. It's like you open the lid, you pour the coffee beans in, you put the lid back on, you push the button. Wow. And that was the entire video. And I'm selling coffee grinders while they're only like $18, $19 on Amazon. You still get 4 or 5% commission off of that for life. It's a constant thing. So it's cool. I just found out about it earlier this year, and I kind of was kicking myself not starting it sooner. And remember, they have those incentive programs where you may get an email like, "Hey, do 50 videos in the outdoor niche, due by July 22nd, and then you get $50 per video, a flat fee, $50. Doesn't matter if your videos suck, if they're not even about the same item, you'll get the $50 flat per video. So the last incentive they did was a $2,500 bonus. This one, they're going all in. They're doing a $13,000 bonus for reviewing 500 products. So Honeybee's Hanger, I hope that answers that. Give it a shot. Apply. You never know if you'll get accepted. What's going on, Bobby? Good to see you. Thanks for the information. Very informative. Yeah, I hope to be. That's all I just want to kind of take you guys along my journey with what I've been doing this last, 4 or 5 months. And I'll just say that praise God that if I wasn't exploring other ways to make money, um I think it was about this time last year was eBay was really my only way to make good significant profit. And now that I've explored different avenues, different platforms, it's nice to see still say selling, being a reseller, but using those items to now monetize them on other platforms. But Bobby, apply, see if it can work out for you. Marcus says, I agree about time limits. Push yourself to finish earlier. Yep. I love it. What is it? What? whatever you track can be measured, and whatever can be measured can be improved. So that's why we always recommend in the group, for people to time themselves on how long it takes to do a listing or their sets of photos, because once you know the time, it's like, okay, that's the time I need to beat for the next time I do that. And when you start seeing it that way, you can start really pushing yourself to get better. But yeah, I agree, Marcus. Collect, invest, repeat says gotten to 342 listed with 628 sold on eBay over the last 90 days, largely because of you and Marcus. Legends, appreciate all the insight, man. That I love hearing those success stories, especially with that sell-through rate, man. So 342 listed and 628 sold. Things are flying off your shelf. I love to see it, and I love to hear it. That's beautiful. It's awesome. I mean, when you can find a good source of items that sell through that fast, like, you don't need a big store at all. So that's beautiful, and I love to hear it. Appreciate you. So Honeybees says, as I work, I have to ask myself, if I were my employee, would I fire me or give myself a raise? Talk about pushing myself. Yeah, that is a great perspective. Yeah, that really, kind of like supervising and managing what you're doing through the day. What do they call it? Tracking your KPIs, your key performing indicators. Um, what is it? What is the things that you're doing throughout your day that are income producing tasks? And it's really important to focus on those so we don't get caught up in scrolling on TikTok or whatever your leisure time activity is. But yeah, that's true. Keep pushing yourself. What's going on, Perry? Perry's in the house. Great success story here, Perry. You're doing great. Um, give Bo a like and subscribe. Appreciate you, Perry. How's sales going for you? Brandon's Best says, I started eBay full time about the same time you and Marcus did. Store was growing 10 a day. Average sold was 6 a day. Then just before Thanksgiving last year, it all changed. It seems to be like that. Most people's stories, like they were doing great and then something changed, whether within eBay or maybe some of the things that we're putting in our store. I will say, I think that, the start of this year for eBay was great. Business as usual. For me, what really started to see, with all the errors and glitches, was July. July for me was like, I've never seen this much ups and downs. I've never seen the impressions dip down 80%. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. All I say is just keep on keeping on. And this is why I'm doing this podcast, is because I want to not like influence you guys, but just open your minds to other ways to make money as a reseller. Like, whoever thought we could be living in a day and age where we can make money reviewing silly little things like this and make money off of it? So it's great. It's a beautiful time to be alive. And welcome to the party. We got Marcus. What's going
So
on?
not a whole lot. So speaking of the influencer program, you got me on that probably about 2 months ago, and I have not taken it as serious as I should, but I'm up to about $300 a month just by, and I only have like 100 videos on there, and I'm up to $300 a month now. With me changing the format of how I structure my work week, I got
Yeah.
4 days a week now to pump out Amazon videos. So I
Hmm.
really feel confident that moving forward within the next by the end of Q4, I could probably be making $1,000 a month just doing Amazon videos.
Hmm.
Uh, I think it's crazy.
It is. There's people in the program. You could just seek them out, do a quick YouTube search, but there are people making six
Yeah,
figures, a
I've
year
seen
doing
some of
this.
them in the back end of the Amazon Associate
Mhm.
program. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's cool. And then also too, this is what I did, was I took all my review videos off the influencer program and then put them onto YouTube. And you could put an
Okay.
affiliate link in the description and also make money, doing work you already did on Amazon and just
Yeah.
putting it on YouTube.
Yeah, I got
So
to figure that one out.
I reviewed some underwear. Side note, I reviewed some underwear and didn't think anything of it, but the video on YouTube has like 20,000 views.
Wow,
I have no idea. My
that's funny.
thumbnail's pretty crazy, but it's just funny because that's can be lifelong green organic
Yeah,
traffic that you could be
yeah,
selling that underwear in 6 years from now and still make
right.
commissions.
How many
Um,
uh how many subs does that channel have?
not too many, like 60.
Yeah,
Yeah. So,
wow,
yeah,
how good
you
it is.
can create a,
Right.
a channel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, I'm talking about alternative to ways to make money reselling. What are some things that you've been doing other than the Amazon influencer program to kind of maybe think about doing, but still staying as a reseller, but maybe monetizing outside of just eBay?
So hang on, let me turn my AC off. So the most recent thing that I've done is I just joined Poshmark. I signed up for Vendue and Poshmark. I started listing there yesterday.
Hmm.
So that's the most recent thing that I've done. I'm really going to see how that goes moving forward. I'm hopeful.
Yeah.
I've seen the success that you've been having at it. I've seen the success Perry's been having at it. A few other members in our Patreon have been really killing it.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's a great pivot. Some people in our Patreon have had more sales on Poshmark in a day than they have on eBay. So I figure, hey, what the hey, might as well try it. Let's see how that goes.
Hmm.
Uh, Another reselling related thing that I've done is I've taken on a few affiliate links for like shipping supplies and
Hmm.
um, Vendue. I have a affiliate link with them. So,
Hmm.
these things, unfortunately, you have to have a small bit of a following or at least a loyal following to use these, but they can be great ways to supplement your income.
Yeah.
And, for the people that really love the content that you put out and they find value in what you're doing, they don't mind supporting you by using your link. If they're going to buy something they're already going to buy, you need
Yeah.
shipping supplies if you're a
Yeah.
reseller. If you're already
Yeah.
going to buy them, you might as well buy them from one of your favorite resellers. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So if you can build relationships with your loyal fan base, that can be a way for you to earn some extra income. And I learned that from Think Media. It's not something
Yeah.
that I'm just like, I'm just going to go out here and milk my audience. It's not that. But Sean Cannell put it perfectly. If you can create 1,000 super fans, you can really build yourself some alternative income sources.
Yeah.
So I'm
I mean, that this wasn't even in the presentation, but I really do believe, and I think you believe this as well, is that everyone should have a YouTube channel.
everyone should. Yeah,
Everyone should.
100%.
Um, I know you can really make any type of content
Yeah,
in the reselling niche. Like there's people who just do sourcing videos and they never
yeah,
show their face. They
yeah,
literally just wear a GoPro and go everywhere.
yeah.
You can do that. You
Absolutely.
can do
Yeah,
videos just voiceovers. There's people who do like the what sold and they just go through like the top 5 best vintage sales of the
yeah,
week and they just do a voiceover and scroll through
yeah.
eBay. Those
Absolutely.
videos,
You have to
yeah.
be seen. Yeah. I think right now there's no reason why anyone should let. Like I'm trying to convince my brother, which he's just started the channel. It's going to be about Jesus, so it's not reselling related. But I'm
Mhm.
like, bro, you just got to press record,
Yep.
and you will get some people that support you along the way. But since it's about Jesus, you definitely will get some hate along the way too. But at the end of the day, you just got to get started, And
Yeah.
so I feel it's the same way with anyone. There's a ton of people out there that want to make reselling content and they don't know where to
Yeah.
get started. Had a conversation at a yard sale right before this, about an hour ago, and a guy was asking me, like, he was saying YouTube, that seems pretty daunting. Like, how long did it take you to get monetized? I'm like, it took me a while. It took me about a year and a half. But once
Yeah.
I got there, the traction, it it compounds,
Mhm.
And like you, I'm very impressed with the success that you've been having with YouTube. You started after I did, about a year after I did, and you're about to pass me up. It's gonna happen, but you're
Oh, ye
grinding it, putting in the
th
work.
yeah, thank you. But it is, yeah, a grind, and I just
Yeah,
go back to the time, I mean, it kinda was about this time last year,
yeah,
um, getting started is the hardest part. I had
yeah,
every single excuse and reason not to do
yeah,
it. I don't have
yeah.
time. I wanna spend more time with my kids and my family. I can't take on another project right now. but thank God I did it, because
Absolutely.
how many people have you and I
Yeah.
helped get the ball rolling on some of the
Mhm.
things that are like, I don't want to do that. I
Yeah.
don't want to do I didn't want to do the Amazon. I learned about the Amazon influencer program in February. It took
Yeah.
me till like June to
To
get my
actually
butt in
start.
gear to get
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
So I
I was
missed out on
actually
the incentive program in February.
Oh man, that's tough. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
talking to a guy at we had a men's event last night for my church, and I was
Mhm.
talking to a buddy of mine about just the blessing of this relationship between you and I, and how
Mhm.
you've impacted my life. So I know if you've had this huge of an impact on my life, how other many thousands of people's lives that collectively we're affecting just by doing what we're doing for people. You don't
Yeah.
even need to join the Patreon to glean the value that we're putting out. We
No.
give it away all for free, and it's our
Yeah.
passion.
Yeah.
So I think it's really a blessing to ourselves, but also to others for us to just be able to share what we have and what we're doing.
Yeah.
Is there's no other time like the current time to just
Mhm.
press record or
Yeah.
just list your item or just get started.
Yeah.
Whatever it is that you've been holding back on, just get started. Don't
Mhm.
delay.
Yeah. Yeah. Was it like start messy, but at least you started.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And that's
exactly.
with all these things we're talking about today, guys. I had the mindset of, oh, I'll never do Amazon, oh, I'll never do YouTube, and then
Mhm.
recently the thing that's changed was I'll never cross list, and it's like, well,
Yeah,
2 months later or 2 months earlier, I'd be like, nah, I don't want that, I don't
yeah,
even care. But the only thing that really piqued my interest into cross listing was like, oh, okay, if they're adding that feature of
yeah.
the auto sales
It's a
detect,
game changer. Yeah,
now I'm a little bit interested. But
right.
even though there's still a few bugs, but yeah, going forward, I really think that, doing some research online, whether you want to start cross listing or you want to start doing Amazon, there's so many ways that we can make money while still being a reseller. You can
Yeah,
start that YouTube channel you wanted. Even also, too, you don't need to get approved on the Amazon influencer program. You can start a review channel on YouTube, reviewing
mhm,
the items you're reselling, put the link to Amazon in the description, and start
yeah,
making affiliate links off those items.
yeah, yeah,
It's not going to be huge to start. I think the Amazon Associates program was like $200 last month.
yeah,
It pays for my electricity, but
yeah.
it's going to take time.
Yeah, it's a slower form of income. You got to have like a really nice size following for the affiliate links to be something that pays off.
Hmm.
But at the end of the day, like my thing is the videos. Those are going to be that's going to be what performs the best.
Yeah.
Uh, when I compare my metrics for the number of sales that I get for products that I recommend in my videos, just that we
Hmm.
use versus the products that I'm promoting in the videos, it outperforms almost by double. So
Mm.
I really recommend someone to do that versus trying to start a YouTube channel just to sell them stuff through their affiliate links. That's the
That's going
long
to take a long
that's gonna
time.
take
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a long game.
The bulk of the ways to monetize your YouTube is to offer value to someone
Hmm.
and make like Bo did, for instance, with his item specific guide. That's far outperforming anything that I'm sure he's done by far.
Hmm.
And that's a great way to use the value that you have, the knowledge that you have, and put it into a form of content, a piece of product, of something that someone can then purchase from you. And I know some people might look at that in a negative light, but that's the most profitable way to monetize your social media following. And it's
Hmm.
been done by millions of people out there. And if that's the way that you want to make money off your social media, that's going to be the best and most profitable way to do it.
Hmm.
Um, that's just all there
Yeah,
is to it.
and I really do believe in like the art of focus, meaning that you want to build something that you would want to buy. Like you want
Yeah,
to build something that is going to almost make an impact
yeah,
into someone's life, whatever it is. It could be a book,
yeah,
a hat, a
yeah,
shirt, whatever. It needs to have like a utility case.
yeah. Well,
There's a
I can't
yeah.
I can't count how many times before you put the product out, people in our Patreon was like, "What type of sleeve is this? What type of?" And we still get it. Even today, we had somebody say, "What kind of sweater is this?" You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Mhm.
But that item is not in the item specific guide though. So
Yeah.
maybe item specific guide round 2.0,
Yeah.
with a
Yeah.
little bit of an update,
Keywords.
yeah. So it's just things like that. You find a need, you notice the same questions getting asked over and over again. Maybe
Mhm.
that's something you turn into a guide. And this is for anyone out there.
Yeah.
You can do this. It's
Yeah.
it's it's
Uh,
you watch a
uh,
lot of YouTube, you see all these questions being asked over and over by new YouTubers or new resellers. I mean, put that
yeah.
into a piece of content and market it.
Mhm.
There's ways to make money in this game. You just got to be
Yeah.
willing to do the work. That's just all
Mhm.
there is to it.
Yeah, and build something, spend some hours on
Yeah,
creating something
yeah,
significant. But yeah, I agree. So many ways to make money online. But it's kind of shocking because if I didn't do this, um, I would be feeling just like eBay's my only thing.
yeah,
And I could be listing 200 items a day and doing all this. It's still eBay. And there's
yeah.
something to be said about not diversifying anything. A job is great, but they can fire
Mhm.
you anytime, and that's really
Absolutely.
stressful.
Yeah,
That can be
yeah.
crazy. So, I don't see eBay as a job, like, I could get fired. I mean, you can get your account suspended,
Mhm.
that's kinda like getting fired. So I see this as, like, just I insurance for your business,
Yeah,
like I posted yesterday in the Discord, I may even play around with doing some Shopify stuff,
yeah.
because Vendue has the option to import all your stuff from any
Mhm.
platform onto Shopify, but then I need to run paid ads to sell those
Yeah.
items. So, there's so many ways. At least backing up your inventory, if something
Mhm.
happens, then you at least have all the data.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
scary.
Absolutely. Yeah.
um,
That is a benefit of Vendue, having all your stuff backed up on the platform.
yeah.
Um, I'm coming to find that out, and I've only been on there a day. So,
Yeah, for sure. VA asks, curious, are you looking to add any coaches to your mentorship? Right now, we're not. We actually just added reseller Tom
mhm.
to the list. He does the Tuesday night call clothing deep dive,
Yep.
where we just deep dive clothing brands, sell-through rates. But in the future, we will.
Yeah.
But just not right now, as we want to manage what we currently have before we just
Mhm.
start doing crazy
Right.
stuff. But yeah, it's awesome. I like getting different people's perspective to come into the group and just
Yeah.
share what they're doing.
Yeah.
We can
We
all learn
are
from others.
we're a small organization right now. So, as things grow and we find the need for it, I mean, it will come.
Mhm.
100% for sure, it will come. But as of right now, we're just a tiny family. We got a
Yeah,
little over 50 members, so we're just trying to be diligent and focus on them right now.
yeah, yeah. The faithful with little. The Patreon I think started about this time last year, and I just had one member,
Mhm.
and he's still in the Patreon.
Yeah,
He sells like computers and electronics, but I treated that like I was speaking to 100 members.
yeah,
I poured everything into this, every
absolutely.
Zoom call, and now, just more and more people. I really do have to say that I enjoy the fellowship and the bonding of
Yeah,
getting to know people in the community.
yeah,
Because, like I said in yesterday's videos, like I love reselling and it's great, but nothing
yeah,
beats helping people.
right,
Nothing on this
absolutely.
earth, nothing on this planet. Nothing beats helping another person. And if I have to give away a secret or two, that's fine. I don't care.
Yeah, yeah,
I really don't. I don't because, and like you said in one of your videos, is like, if I keep the secrets and die with them, how many more people could have benefited and changed their
yeah,
life?
yeah,
Just as reselling's changed your life, how many
yeah,
other lives can it change for others?
absolutely.
I don't know.
Yeah,
So,
and I'm not about being selfish, and I know that it's in the Bible. It's a sin to be selfish. And as Christians, we can't do that anyway. So just give it all away.
yeah. Yeah, and I think a lot of times we get a spirit of ownership, like, "I earned this," and
Yeah,
that's anti-kingdom thinking because
yeah.
if God owns everything, then
How do we own something? Yeah.
Yeah. So giving is a prerequisite to
Yeah.
receiving. So I want to
Yeah.
give it all away.
Those who are
Pretty much.
generous receive much.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's beautiful, and I love to see it. It makes me get a little emotional, even though I'm not
Yeah.
an emotional person, but just really like
Yeah.
developing these connections. I mean, there's people in the group that have been in there for 8 months, and it's like I
Yes.
I know them better than my uncle.
Yeah.
It's because we've spent so much time
Yeah.
with these people.
Absolutely.
It's great. I love it. But VA, hopefully that answers your question. We are looking, down the road, but not right now. Cole says, "Hey, Bo, good to catch you. Good to see you, Cole."
Hey,
Oh,
Bobby.
Bobby says, "What's up?" Brandon's best. January and part of February was okay. It's not so much the problems; it's eBay's always blaming the sellers for their issues. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, the quarter 3 report that comes
Yeah.
out, just to see what the stats show up,
Yeah.
Um,
Absolutely. It's
it's
definitely
crazy
going to
because
be down.
yeah, yep. South London reseller. My two
Hey,
favorite YouTubers, appreciate you.
thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Brandon's best, really dig you and Marcus, by the way. Hey,
Thanks,
thank you
Brandon.
guys. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. What's going
Hey,
on,
see you,
Ray?
Ray.
I'll send Ray a link. He comes on. We'll see
Yeah.
what he's doing. Ray, are you doing anything different, in your business?
Yes, he
Um,
is. If you guys
I
don't
haven't.
know,
Okay.
if you guys don't know, Ray just got on a 21-day clothing reselling challenge.
Oh,
I'm so
okay.
excited. He's listing, I think it's 30 a day or either 20 a day clothing items for 21 days. So if you guys are not subscribed to Ray's channel, man,
Yes.
he's an everything seller, predominantly focused on collectibles, video games, things like that. And so
Mhm.
he's decided to implement a clothing challenge, man. It should be interesting to see how that goes.
Mhm. Yeah, there's
Business.
so many, like, sides of the coin, like, "No, you should
Yeah.
only be niche down," or, "Oh,
Yeah.
no, you should only be an everything seller." I
Yeah.
just say pick what you wanna do. Don't,
Yeah.
pick what you want. Like, if
Yeah.
you hate clothing, why would you sell just clothing? So,
Right.
do
Yeah.
what you want. But, yeah,
Yeah.
go follow Ray because that's a perfect example of, like, Ray is, like, he'll pick up if it makes a profit, he's gonna pick it up.
Yeah. He's gonna pick it up.
So,
Absolutely.
yeah, maybe not any bikes or refrigerators or big
Oh yeah.
things like,
No
I've experienced
investment
in the past.
dishwashers.
Yeah, but I made $50.
Hey,
Um,
Josh, bro.
Josh in the house,
I was
do your
just
part, smash the like
brother.
button, please. What's going on, buddy?
Yeah.
Josh, what are you doing in your business? I know you kinda share it, keep us updated, but, is there anything you're doing in your business reselling wise that you're thinking about? All the talk lately with the cross listing, I Tom made a great point the other day, was like, at the very least, we should just be backing up our items.
Yeah.
You could do it like through Ink Frog, List
Yeah.
Perfectly. I'm pretty sure Vendue has the option. Um, Back it
I
up.
heard that Josh was mentioning Ink Frog as a recommendation from someone else in his live, what, 2 days ago, I believe. So we'll
Yeah.
see if he takes that up.
Hmm. Yeah. It'll be good.
Yeah.
So, Honeybee's Hanger says, "I mean, to that, we are here for a purpose to serve each other." Yeah.
Absolutely.
Um, Absolutely. So, Ray says 28 a day. Oh man, that's
Dying
more than
inside.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get it, man. That's what I do every day, bro. 30 a day. Let's get it.
Yeah, that's great. Ray, I will be interested to see how your store
Yeah.
reacts and to how
Yeah.
things are gonna, go after.
Yeah.
Because 28 a day is no joke when it comes to clothing. Josh says, "I just want to meet the eBay executives. It feels like my primary purpose right now." Hey, I
Yeah. I
caught a
want to
little bit
do
of
that.
that. Right. Just flying out to the campus, asking those questions. We are seeing people be affected by this,
Yeah.
um, which is why it prompted me to make this video in this episode was like, hey, there's other ways to make money, and it's important that we just be proactive, like
Yeah.
do something. I'm never the type of person that's like complain, 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 and then it's like I'm just gonna not do anything.
Yeah.
But I'm happy to see people that are doing it. They're like, all right, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
And we
I've been a hustler my whole life, right? And one of the things that I heard before I got saved and I was in prison, the guys that were men of God kept coming in there, and even just the counselors at the treatment facility were like, if you guys, because we're all knuckleheads, we're all institution, we're all in prison. And they're telling
Mhm.
us if you put half the effort into being a legit businessman as you do to going to get high every day, you'll be able to go far in business. And so now that I'm clean and I'm sober and I'm a man of God, I put all the effort that I put into in the street life into being a successful businessman. And when life throws you lemons, you make some freaking lemonade and you keep
Yep.
rocking. So eBay's messed up right now. That doesn't mean we sit there and lamp and, oh, eBay's messed up and stew all over it. We figure out the next move and we keep it going. If eBay bounces back, we're stronger than ever. But
Yeah.
if they don't, we have another source of income. We have
Yeah.
multiple sources of income. And
Mhm.
while I want eBay to succeed just as much as everybody does, we can't continue going on hope and a prayer. We have to try to figure something else out in the meantime.
Yeah. I feel like things started to change that I noticed when the old listing tool went away.
Yeah,
That for me went away in September of last year, and
that's
that's when I noticed things. The first thing that I noticed that wouldn't work was if I changed my item specific in the new listing tool. I had to
mm,
give it like 10 to 15 seconds, maybe because my internet sucked, but
yeah,
I had to give it like a good 10 to 20 seconds for it to
to
actually
it.
apply to the listing before I hit save for later.
Yeah,
If I didn't
same
do
thing
that,
here.
it wouldn't correct it.
Same thing here. Yeah, and
Yeah.
if I didn't let the thing register and I press save as draft, it
Mhm.
wouldn't be on there when I open the draft back up.
Yep.
So yeah, I had the same issue.
Yeah.
Another thing that I noticed around that time as well was if if I tried to save the listing while the photos were still spinning, the photos
Mm.
didn't save in the listing.
Yeah.
So now I've stopped jump. That's what was wrong with my labels printing out, by the way, too. I was pressing the print label button as soon as the label thing popped up, and the
Mhm.
label wouldn't generate. So I've
Yeah.
just been too quick on the draw, man. I gotta let the circle stop spinning.
Yeah. Same for me when I would crop the photos and I didn't give it like
Yeah,
10 seconds. The I
yeah,
would hit save and then it'd be like the uncropped.
yep.
I miss that old listing tool, even though it looked like you were still in Windows
Yeah,
95.
create
I
it.
still
Yeah,
missed it. I was so fast at it, I knew where everything
yeah,
was.
yeah.
But that's when I noticed kind of things like, huh, a little more errors than normal. Um, Good Game Grabs says a video drops tomorrow about the prior 3 days. It's already looking on the up and up. Yeah, go check out Ray's channel. 28 clothing listings a day. You'll be good when you're done with that. Like if you're
Yeah,
good now, you're gonna be great now
I'll be
after
fast.
the
I
fact.
wonder how long it's taking them.
Yeah. And you guys got the best bins. The best
It's
I'll
pretty
just
good
leave
one.
the location
Yeah,
anonymous, but the best non-rotational bins like ever. Better
yeah,
than mine. Like you guys come out with stuff that's like first of all,
yeah,
I've never even heard of Arc'teryx ever being found in the bins. Like
yeah.
that's amazing.
Yeah, I've
Um
been through it multiple times there now that I know of. Three times
yeah,
total that I know of this year.
yeah. It's great. I love it. Brandon's Best says, I made a point of sending a screenshot of each error to eBay for Business. Yeah.
That's
What'd they say? You can reach out to eBay for Business on Facebook.
mhm,
I'm kind of like in the same boat with a lot of people who have reached out over and over again. It's like it almost does nothing. You go to
yeah.
the Philippines, you talk to someone that really doesn't know. They tell you what you want to hear, and then it's like, all right, I just wasted time,
Yeah,
you know,
pretty
explaining.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah, but yeah, I mean, I think the more of us that reach out, I think as we are, like, could you imagine if 500 of us were sending emails
yeah,
to eBay every day? They're
yeah,
going to, that's why we're probably seeing these meetings happen with
yeah,
Commonwealth Picker and Josh,
yeah,
getting reached out.
yeah.
Um,
I do hope that something comes of it and they're not just blowing smoke trying to get us to hush down. We'll see. We'll see what happens, man. All we
yeah.
can do is just continue doing our part anyway. If nothing
Hmm.
changes or nothing comes of it, then
Hmm.
we gotta continue to pivot.
Yeah. Brandon's Best says eBay isn't my only source, but it was the easiest to grow. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yep, for sure. Mary says, "Hi, Bo. I always watch videos and I have learned a lot. I like our peaceful and relaxed way of explaining. I like to watch videos that don't stress me." Yeah,
Absolutely.
w- we got a lot of stress in life, the stresses of life. I don't ever want to bring my problems onto a video. And it may get clicks or whatever. I don't do that for clicks. I don't ever
Mhm.
want to bring a problem and not give you at least some type of solution, right?
Yeah.
This is a channel for solutions to problems, not giving you more problems. So yeah, I appreciate that. There may seem like a lot of problems right now, but my belief is there's no problems in life, just problems thinking. So how can we think of new ways to make money while still doing what we love? Reselling. So I appreciate that, Mary. Thank you for coming in. And this is a response to you, Mary, from Honeybee's Hanger says, I agree. It's like sitting down for a staff meeting with your favorite encouraging marketing dude. Yeah. This I just want to show you guys what I'm doing. That's it. Like everything. What am I doing to make money in addition to eBay? And I started the video saying like, I am doing real estate and other things, but I'm not going to bring that onto the channel because it doesn't really relate to a reseller, right? But the things
Mhm.
that do relate to the resellers, like the pro Amazon influencer program, cross listing, maybe starting a whatnot or whatever ways to make money,
Yeah.
that does include.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
Whatnot's approving everybody too. They approved me from 2 years ago. Like I'm not even interested anymore.
Nah.
I'm
Yeah, it's like
approved.
they reach out to you and they go, "Wow, you're such a great antique seller. We'd love you on the
Yeah.
program." And you're like,
They
"I
said,
don't
"Oh,
even
we
sell."
really love you for our storage auction category." And I was like, "I don't even do storage auctions. Like, what are you talking
They're
about?"
just sending out AI emails now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
Doug, what is going on? Talk about a great eBay store,
yeah. That
man.
guy's cool.
Um, Great performance. Hey guys, thanks for your support in the Patreon. We are learning a bunch. Good to see you, Doug.
Yeah, thanks for being
This
here.
guy, Doug, man, if you had a YouTube channel, the scores that you find at these rummage
Yeah.
sales, man,
Yeah. I think you
good
blow
stuff.
up like Cha-Ching King.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and just wear a GoPro and just
Yep.
wherever. Brandon says there were many boilerplate answers from eBay, but occasionally and recently they seem to genuinely try to help with issuing a ticket. Yeah. The
That's
more
good.
tickets get issued, then hopefully that does something. Tarog says Ben's life isn't dead. It certainly isn't.
No.
Yesterday, I found a $400 vintage Nintendo shirt and a $600 new with tags Amiri designer jeans.
Make sure
Wow.
the Amiri's legit because Amiri's highly faked. But hey,
Yeah.
if it's legit, great score.
Yeah.
I found Amiri in the bins and I was too afraid to list it. So I don't
Yeah.
even know what I did with it. I think I threw it in a donation bin. Boy, I should have been on Poshmark then.
Yeah. I found a pair of Amiri jeans
Yeah.
probably a year and a half ago.
Mm,
And I sent them to the Real, and like
yeah.
the next day they're like, "Yeah, these are fake. We're sending them back to you." It's
Yeah.
like, okay,
Well,
I
gotta be
probably
careful.
should have, you know, I should have had the foresight to know that. But the
Yeah.
bins is not dead. And yesterday was Oktoberfest in our area, and the parking lot was as empty as ever.
Yeah.
I was able to walk out with about 250 items in about
Yeah, you killed it.
3 hours.
Killed it.
No one was there.
Yeah.
Nobody was there. So I think a good strategy to implement if you're doing the bins life is look up local things happening in your area,
Mhm.
events, fairs, whatever, and
Yeah.
go to the bins during those times.
Yeah.
See if you
That's a good
can,
idea.
maybe find more product. I've never found that much good items in that short amount of time.
Nice.
Um, I did pick up my plus size tops and stuff like
Yeah.
that, but it came so easy. And I'm like, okay, this is
Yeah.
great. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm going to start doing that anytime there's, for next year,
Yeah.
Oktoberfest, I'll try to spend all day at the bins.
Nice.
Um, but yeah, money to be made anywhere, but the bins is a great one. Brandon says, I started a YouTube channel in January, White Room Resale, but it fizzled out due to having to work full time job. but I could still do it, I suppose. Yes.
You could. Trust me. I've spent 14 hours a day working on eBay and do 3 videos a week and 2 uploads. There's no excuse. And I don't mean
Hmm.
that in a jerk way. I mean that when there's a will, there's a way. When you are fully determined to make something work, you will find a way to make it happen.
Hmm.
So maybe you do 1 video a week and you just make it a what sold video 1 week. The next week you make it a yard sale video, or you make it going over some bullet points of what you're doing in your business.
Yeah.
Just you gotta press record, you just gotta make the content, and it will get better. It's all gonna suck. I've never seen anyone start out with a YouTube channel like their first videos sweet, rocking, awesome. You know what I
Let's your
mean?
tech and sports.
Yeah. He's got a lot of YouTube experience though. You know what I mean? Whether
Yeah.
he's been on camera or not, his video
Yeah.
killed it. But
Yeah.
it's tech. He's the goat at everything. I
Yeah.
don't think
Yeah.
there's nothing he can do that he can fail at. So
He- it's not his first business.
no,
He's got several, and that's something I want to just really be mentioning more and more on the channel is that people who are usually making millions of dollars,
yeah,
they're not doing it in just one way. Like they
no,
have different avenues.
yeah,
I think average income for a millionaire is 6 or 7 different sources of income.
absolutely.
So yeah, it's really cool to see, and no matter what you share on your YouTube channel, just record the video going, if I can put one key or takeaway in the video,
Mhm.
then that can resonate with someone.
Absolutely.
Remember, I'm just here to reach the one person.
Yeah,
That's it. One, not
yeah,
everyone. One. So,
absolutely.
um, if I can help one person, then that's going to be fulfilling to me. But yeah, I wanted to get more into some of the features that Vendue is rolling out. This was interesting. I did in the Discord earlier. While it might not seem like the best way to list items, it's cool to see that they're actually having it come up as a feature. And this is
Yeah,
like sort of like an auto lister or auto, AI lister, and it's gonna suck. It's gonna be
yeah,
pretty bad to start, but once they refine it more and more, it's going to just get better and better. So what this is it's still in beta, but Vendue released where you can do this with clothing. You can take a picture of the item, of course, and then it
mhm,
says we will generate a title, description, brand, color, category for you. The AI suggestions will also replace any information you currently have in these fields, including information from your template. And at the moment, the tool is only available for garments only, but it is cool. I have a lister, you have a lister, and
mhm.
I've spent 6 months training them, but I really do feel like features like this is going to be the future
Yeah,
of listing. While it may create about a huge, gargantuan flood of terrible listings, I
yeah,
think people who are good with using AI with manual listing, that's going to
mhm,
help you list. So instead of listing 50 items by yourself and it takes 8 hours, now you can list 150 by yourself with
mhm.
AI and it takes you 2 hours.
Yeah,
You were able to optimize the titles better and do a
yeah.
little bit more. um, and there's other, you're going to see other platforms roll this out. There's another auto lister AI or
Auto look
something.
for AI. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Yeah, this is
yeah.
just mini to be getting ready to hit the market. So we're going to see
Hmm.
an influx of it, and it's a race to be the most efficient because the first one that do it the right way is going to blow up.
Yeah. Yeah. So many tools coming out to help us as resellers. So many
Mhm.
ways to make money. Brandon, definitely encourage you to just keep on going with your YouTube channel. One video a week.
Yeah,
So yeah, so Josh, for example, actually a great testimony. Just watching your channel, Josh. Um, your first 10 live videos, you were talking to yourself, no viewers, and you got to just keep going.
yeah.
And
And look at them
that's
now.
the and look at you now after the first few months, maybe not a lot of traction, but just
Yeah,
up until recently, you're starting to open the
yeah,
eyes of the YouTube
yeah.
algorithm, and it's good.
Now it's getting noticed by eBay to have a sit down. So like, you just got to get in front of the camera.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's good, Josh. Yeah, got to just keep going. Brandon says, yeah, one good quality video a week is definitely
Yeah,
possible.
that's all you
Yep,
need to do, brother.
for sure. VA says, where did you find your listers? Mind sharing how that works? Thanks, guys. I
It's kind
found
of a
mine on,
different process.
yeah.
It's
uh,
we found in the same place, Fiverr.
mm, yeah.
But you got to vet a lot of people. You're gonna get a lot of people that just literally don't know what they're doing, and even the person that you tend to roll with, you're gonna have to practice patience and just teach them.
Yeah.
And you can't give up on them. You can't get fed up because you will get fed up. Trust me, you're gonna want to throw your hands up. And I actually did. And then the
Hmm.
first guy that I ever worked with he hit me back up and was like, "Can we start working together again?" And we've been rocking for a little over a month and a half now. So, but you got to be patient. You got to understand. Usually, there's going to be a barrier to the language. The items you're listing, they don't understand. Uh, NCAA from NFL, they don't even know. They don't even know this is a sports item. So
Yeah.
those are going to be a few of the things you got to tolerate in the beginning.
Yeah. Just hop on over to fiverr.com, type in eBay lister, hit
Yeah,
enter. And then here are all your favorite eBay listers right here. You got
yeah,
384 services available, and you can filter and go by the best rated, and your budget and whatever. It took me a couple to go through before I found the one that I liked.
yeah,
A good one to pick is that ones that are actually applying the corrections that you're making. Like
yeah,
I had a lister where I said, "Hey, you need to correct this," and they just kept doing it the same way. So I was like, "All right." After a few times of telling them that, I just moved on to the next lister,
yeah.
and find someone that's willing to be open to training. Where did
I've
you find
worked
yours? Off Fiverr?
on Fiverr. Yeah, I've worked with some of these people on the screen. Some of them I quit working with. So just because they pop up on that first page doesn't mean they're necessarily a
Um,
good option.
Yeah, the first few are ads, so they're promoting. So you want to stay off of the first few and then scroll down a bit, and these are going to be the organic ones. Like this
Yeah.
guy, Hamad, or I don't know,
Uh-huh.
but this guy's a lister, 5.0 stars and 199 rating.
Yeah.
So pretty good. You could try Upwork too. Upwork is a good one where you can actually you post your ad what you're looking for. Like I want 10 listings a day, electronics. I want it this way, and then people apply to your ad, and that's how
Yeah.
they do it. So you can try that. Upwork, Fiverr. Those are probably the two best for hiring a VA. Um, I won't recommend it if you're new because it's so important to learn how to do the process. How
Yeah.
do you, how are you going to train a person if you don't know how to do the processes?
Right.
It's hard because a lot of these people aren't good. Like they're not
Yeah.
optimizing your eBay listings the best that they could be.
Yeah,
So it's
they're just
important to
simply
learn.
putting it together for you.
Yeah.
While they put themselves out there as professionals,
Hmm.
they don't know what makes an eBay listing a good quality eBay listing. So they're just simply filling in the blanks for you, right? And
Hmm.
their titles are not going to convert. The category might be wrong, and it's going to be the most simplest title ever. So it's
Yeah.
not going to be a title that will convert. You're just going to have to train them, be patient with them, or just do the titles yourself, which is actually
Hmm.
what I do. I just do my titles myself. My lister puts the listing together for me, and I
Hmm.
create an optimal title.
Yeah. There's a guy in our Patreon that hired a title creator from the US, so they can speak English and they know the trends and clothing. And then he has the people that are outside the US do
Yeah,
the item specifics and stuff.
yeah,
So many ways. Just kind of rounding it out, different ways to make money as a reseller. One thing I'm going to be doing, and this is what I want to do as they roll out the feature in Vendue, the auto sales detection, is I do want to also do Mercari and pretty much all of them. And I'm basically
yeah,
just going to be testing them out. Like if I don't see any, I'm gonna have my VA do it all. Like I'm not gonna be doing any of the importing or anything. I'm just gonna hire them to do it, but I'm going to try it out. I'm going to be on Facebook Marketplace selling some Morona jeans. I'm gonna be on what is it, Mercari? Etsy has a connection option.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, I
I
think there's
named
like
them all earlier. Depop,
okay. Yeah.
yeah. But I'm not gonna do it until they roll out that auto detection
Auto
feature.
deals, yeah.
Yeah, and they're supposed to. So we'll see. I picked Vendue because it was just really one of the better ones, as far as like tracking your sales, your
Yeah.
analytics, and then being more AI inclusive. I really am all about that.
Yeah.
Um, so another thing too is like I was debating, and it is something I'm still figuring out, is doing my own Shopify store with my eBay items. And that means I'm going to have to pay for advertising,
Yeah.
meaning that I'm going to have to actually like find some influencers or make some TikTok videos or just organic ways to drive traffic.
That's what my
But I wouldn't.
sister does right now. My
Oh,
sister's
okay.
getting a teeth whitening product that she got from Alibaba. She put her brand on it, and she gets social media influencers to promote it. And I mean, she makes a living doing it, but she
Yeah.
does have to constantly pump out a lot of content based around her product and
Yeah.
pay, social media influencers. I'm pretty sure it's not cheap to promote her
No.
item, but it's what's necessary to run a successful Shopify store. Because you're the brains, you're the marketing, you're the everything,
Yeah. Yeah, you can import everything from Shopify, but if you don't market the items, no one is going to buy
Right.
it.
Yeah.
So that's
So
the
you
cool
got
part about
to
eBay.
do it. Yeah.
Yeah, eBay pays the marketing, you pay your promotions. I still think it's cheaper than doing a Shopify or a brick and mortar.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What am I going to do? Go buy a billboard or radio ads? Or
Yeah.
then again, too, I'm just looking to cross list my clothing, so I'm going to have to figure out how can I get some clothing ads, whether through Facebook or
I
whatever.
mean, Paul can too. I just don't know how you're going to run a successful Shopify store without a huge following to be able to pump through there. Um,
Yeah, yeah,
Facebook ads cost money and
and
things like
paying.
that.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. Not right now, but here in the coming months, and just
Mm.
see what does $200 of Facebook ads a month. What does that generate?
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. The best thing
Yeah.
about trying these different avenues is you can always
Yeah.
just quit.
Yeah.
Like you go, okay, this isn't work. Like like you've heard me say, like if you don't quit, you don't lose. But there is
Yeah.
times in life where you go, okay, this isn't my income producing activity anymore. I'm gonna stop it and pivot in
Yeah.
a different direction.
Right.
So like a 30,000 foot view of things, where do you see maybe this time next year? Are you, you know, trying to maybe get into the Amazon influencer program, maybe getting going there more, or
Yeah.
what do you see
Absolutely.
happening?
So immediate, yes, that's exactly what I'm getting ready to start focusing a lot of energy into is the Amazon influencer program, as well as getting the whole store cross posted over on Poshmark,
Mhm.
and just focusing more energy into actually sourcing better items. And then I've been praying a lot lately on for God to show me ways to make more money. So
Mm,
I'm a rock with whatever He shows me, um, and just be diligent.
yeah. Yeah, so many ways. This is just one of them, and it's not for everyone. And you don't have to be like this lady in front of the camera. You
No,
can
not
just
ever on
you
camera.
you can do the point of view shot where you never show your face.
Yeah,
So yeah, this an amazing opportunity to be alive, and who knows, Marcus, at the rate of which things are moving, what's going to be the thing that comes out next year? You know,
right.
it is important to focus on things, but it's also important to be aware of what's going on around you.
Yeah,
Because sometimes if you put the blinders on too much and you don't take them off for a while, you go, oh wow, there's actually a lot of issues on
yeah,
this thing I've been working on my whole life.
yeah,
So focus, but also create a good awareness of what's happening on in the economy, in the world. You never want to be the type of person that wakes up one day and goes, "What happened?"
yeah. Where's all the
Don't be that.
dinosaurs?
Yeah, don't. Yeah, what? Yeah, what? What happened? And just as
Yeah.
eBay is turning into a dinosaur, we want to also be aware of what are some other ways to make money online while still being a reseller.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about a huge career change. I'm not talking about, go back to school and
Yeah.
start learning
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
astrology or whatever.
Make it
Just like
sell it a little bit.
take something you already love doing, reselling,
Yeah.
but now look to monetize it in different ways.
Yeah.
Start a wholesale business. You want to start still
Yeah.
buying? Start wholesaling stuff.
Yeah.
That's a way too.
Yeah. Tons of money
Um,
there.
yeah, so many ways. Tammy says they suggest a following of at least 1K on social media. Yeah,
We've got
so
millions on Patreon that don't have 1,000 anywhere that
yeah,
are approved.
yeah, it's and they're being a lot more strict with who they allow in this program here. But I would say at least apply because you never know. There's been
You
people that have
never know.
posted in Facebook groups. I got in with 54 followers, and I just
Yeah.
have a cat TikTok channel. you
Yeah.
know, um, if you don't get approved, what I would suggest to do is to start a TikTok and do a pets page because that gets a lot of engagement, and just start like doing one video of a day of your pet. Oh, here's Rocky. Here he is eating a bone. Oh, how
Yeah.
lovely. And that creates for some reason, pets on TikTok gets a lot of engagement. So
Yeah.
if you can do that, then you can start to build up, some engagement on that
Yeah.
platform. But I would say give it a shot, keep applying. Um, and people will say, "Oh, it's saturated," whatever. I don't know. That word saturated just it seems like it's an easy thing to throw out as an
Yeah.
excuse.
Scapegoat.
Like, it's saturated. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, there's 8 billion people on the planet. The
Yeah.
world is saturated. So
That's
it's like
right.
you need
Right.
to learn skills and
Yeah.
acquire skills and just be better than the next.
I
Um,
think people just need to stop being closed-minded to things. Because man, you could have never told me in a million years that I'd be on social media making money at it. 4 years ago, my ex-girlfriend's daughter was like, "I want to be a YouTuber when I grow up." And I was like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "You can, make money on YouTube." And I didn't even know this was a thing four
yeah,
years ago. Look at me now.
yeah,
I do YouTube as one of my career moves. So you got to be open-minded with things, and you can't be I'll never do something because a year ago I was saying I'll never cross list, and right now I'm cross listing.
yeah.
So
I
you
know.
kind of got to be open to change. I understand having structure and having values and morals and things like that, but when it comes
Yeah,
to making business decisions, always be willing to listen and pivot and adapt and make changes. Because if you're stuck doing things one way, you're going to be Sears. You're going to be what's another Dillard's that went out of business. All these other
yep,
big corporations that were around in my childhood that don't exist anymore
yeah.
because you're dead set on doing things one way.
Yeah. Don't be a Kmart, don't be a
Yeah,
JC Penney's, don't be a Gottschalk's.
yeah,
If you read the book about Sam Walton, the Walmart
mm,
guy, what he stated basically is like when they were starting to see things in the 90s be like turning against them, they had to innovate and create change. And now
yeah,
it's one of the biggest companies in the world.
yeah,
So yeah, it's important. Don't get stuck. Just want to talk a little bit what even is the Amazon influencer program. So if you're looking at a product on Amazon and say you sell vacuums on eBay, well now you could dominate vacuums reviews on Amazon
yeah,
because now
yeah,
you can review every part. And it doesn't have to be just a review. It can be a demo. It can be
yeah,
you can do a review, you can do a demo, you can do an unboxing. That's 3 videos you can have on this product that is
yeah.
perfectly legal. So you can
And
also do a
here's the sweet part
6-month
about it
review.
too. Here's the
What's
sweet
that?
part. You can
Yeah.
you can buy these items, do the review, and then return them too. I mean,
Yep.
if you
100%.
want to do it that way, you
Yep.
know.
Yeah, you can. Walmart, I mean, they'll probably hate you, and you'll probably
Yeah,
have to like change it up. If you have 8
yeah,
Walmarts in your area, maybe,
yeah,
you know. Also, too, you could do Airbnbs. You can go stay at an Airbnb
yeah,
and review everything in the home, and then you basically got to stay there for free, and you just
yeah,
reviewed 50 items.
yeah,
So many ways. Some people buy Amazon return pallets. So
yeah,
and then sell the items. But yeah, so say you want to you have this vacuum and it's just sitting in your closet. You use it once, every 3 months. Well, you can review it and just say, remember, 30 seconds. Say 3 nice things about it. Okay, whatever. The handle comes up. This is the on button. The cord is 25 feet long. Wow, it's amazing. Maybe go more in detail, but now you're probably thinking, well, how do I get my money? So there's these videos called videos for this product, and this is on mobile and desktop. And you see all these people. These are just people. They're not. These aren't reviews by the company. These are reviews by just people using the product. I would say these videos are way too long. People don't want to watch an 8-minute video about the
Yeah.
Turbo Clean by Bissell. They can go to YouTube for that. They
Yeah.
want a short 30-second to 1-minute video. Even Amazon tells you this in their
Yeah.
terms of service. Make quick, snappy, dopamine hitting videos, you know? In any time, like if I were to watch this video by this lady and I watch it and then I go make a purchase, she will get commissions on this vacuum. Or if I just go buy anything else after I watch her video, she gets commissions on that item
Yeah.
for life.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's pretty crazy. Um, it's not like YouTube in a sense where you don't really need thumbnails like this, but you could, by Ben.
Yeah.
Um,
I
but
don't do thumbnails. I'm not
you
in the
you know
video thumbnails.
you don't have to do any thumbnails because
Yeah.
Amazon does a thumbnail for you as well.
Yeah.
So that's kind of an example of what it is. I really do think that the future of sales in general is going to be through video.
Mm.
But why not review the items that are already in your inventory and also list them on eBay?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Uh, they sell Gloria Vanderbilt on Amazon. I did a few Gloria Vanderbilt reviews, and I'm selling those jeans on Amazon.
Nice.
Though
What
they
did you
don't
say
sell on
for a
eBay.
Gloria Vanderbilt review video? I want to know
Huh?
what your key points were. What were your takeaway points for Gloria Vanderbilt jeans?
Um, Let me look it up. Gloria, I'm probably trending on all their jeans. Let's see. Let's see if we could find me. Hmm. I
Because
mean, I'm telling you, like, not a lot of people are reviewing Gloria Vanderbilt jeans, so it's a good and a bad thing because you want to find stuff that's selling, right? You want to
yeah,
like, there's 80,000 ratings for these
wow,
Gloria Vanderbilt jeans for
yeah,
only $12,
yeah,
and we're trying to sell them on eBay for 20.
yeah,
And they're brand new on Amazon, so.
it's hilarious.
Um, but yeah, some of the things that don't have review videos, that's a great opportunity for you to be ranking on these items. I mean, the 80,000 ratings, number one
Yeah,
bestseller in jeans. This is prime right here for someone to make a video and start cashing in. What you
wow,
basically say if you're doing clothing, I basically just say, like, how durable the item is, the material that it's made out of, maybe some,
that's what I'm saying. Though, with you being a man with
yeah,
some women's jeans, how do you
yeah,
pivot? How do you
yeah.
market that?
So,
Oh, this is good on my wife. She loves this thing about it, or
oh
is
no,
that how you pivot?
I'm just quick. I just say these jeans are awesome because they have a nice stretch fit. They are made out of cotton blend, a really nice zipper that's made out of
Okay,
quality, good
I
size
see.
pockets. This item is really going to last for ages. I highly
Yeah.
recommend it.
Yeah,
Something
but
like
you're
that.
a salesman, dude. You could sell a dog a dog. Like here, I got this dog.
Yeah.
You want to buy it?
Well, yeah. I mean, I think people put a lot of time into their review, and Amazon's trying to make it like their version of TikTok, where it's just like a
Yeah, yeah,
quick, get it done. Um, I have just seen people say like the sweet spot for the time of review videos on the
mm,
program is like between like 30 seconds to like 2 minutes, like in
yeah,
between there.
yeah,
Because you got to remember that if you have an 8-minute video and you're talking about a toothbrush, it's like,
yeah.
who's going to watch that whole
Too
thing?
long. Yeah, yeah.
I
I
don't
keep
know.
mine, but no longer than a minute. Usually, it's under a minute.
And yeah, as far as video editing, like you literally don't have to edit
There ain't
anything.
no editing.
Nah.
You just type a title and boom, ready to go.
Yeah. So Tammy, I would definitely give it a shot, and just see what happens. Report back too.
Yeah.
Brandon's Best says, unless eBay
Yep.
actually stops existing, I'll be doing it for now. 99% on my way to Vendue. And yes, God has been my source of strength for 57 years. That's
There you
beautiful.
go.
Beautiful. Yeah, so I just wanted to come on here to kind of, help that person out there that might be struggling with maybe, you want to get on eBay and you're hearing all this talk and you're like, why even try? Still try, but
Yeah.
also open up the possibility of like, hey, not just eBay. Maybe I can do eBay and this, eBay
Yeah.
and that.
Yeah.
Um, that is, I think, the next way to really diversify your business. That's just me. That's what I'm doing. You're doing it as well.
Yep.
And that's kind of the point of why we started our Patreon. Why we started is that we wanted to really help build a community of like-minded individuals, helping people take some of the tips and strategies that we're using in our businesses. It's not a secret because we give it all away on the channel, but I do feel like being with other like-minded people can help you guys really hit the goals that you want to hit in your business. So what
Yep.
do we even include in this Patreon? Well, we include about 9 hours a week of coaching. If you want to talk to us on a personal level, you got it. You got
Yep.
eBay, you got store reviews, lifelong store reviews as long as you're in the program. You got a
Yep.
reseller spreadsheet, a couple of them. You also have a Bolo brand list. You got another coaching call with reseller Tom where we just go over brands. You do the morning call, I do the
Yep.
evening call. What do you think about the program? We combined for a couple months now. What are you
Yeah.
getting out of it? Because I'm learning as well.
Me personally, I'm learning a lot, just about different items, different categories. Different people have different experience with certain things. Some people are exclusively like women's clothing sellers. Some people are only men's clothing sellers. Some people do Amazon, Walmart, and eBay. And there's a lot of information to be gained from everyone. There's a lot of everything sellers inside the group. So I'm constantly learning something. At least one thing a day I learn. Um, and
Yeah.
there's tons of changes that I've made since starting. You guys watch the channel. You've seen the things that I've done since we've started this Patreon. And I'm learning just as much as the members of the group are.
Mhm.
And I think when you're done learning, you might as well just lay down and die because you chose to cease to exist.
Mhm.
Um, and I'm not that way. I'm going to continue learning, continue sharing what I learned, and gaining friends along the way.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I would consider every person in the Patreon a good friend, if not a best friend, because I feel like I talk
All
to
the time.
more with the people online virtually than I do my own friends in real life that are
Yeah.
actually like a mile away.
Yep.
And it's great. It's so cool to know that I've never even spoken to anyone in Missouri before 2 years ago. We have
Yeah.
like
Got a
15
few of 'em.
Missouri
Yeah. Yeah, that's
um
hilarious.
in what I gained from the group is that we all share our wins and our losses, like what's working,
Yeah,
what's not working, and that just helps, the iron sharpen iron. Like, okay,
absolutely.
this is great, or like I don't have time to be sitting around on eBay and studying every single market, every single item, but
Yeah.
collectively as like kind of like a hive mind and group
Mhm.
together, we're all kind of looking and doing the research together.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
man, that's valuable in the point of like you almost have like 60 people in a group
Yeah.
together all trying to accomplish the same goal.
Yeah. Right.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Like Doug posting the research he did with like
All the
30
women's spots.
clothing brands
Yeah.
that all had 50% sell-through rate and above.
Yeah.
That's something he took his time and did and shared with the
Mhm.
group. So things
Yeah.
like that is like that would have taken me some time that I don't
Yeah.
have to do that. So
Absolutely.
yeah, it's beautiful. 7-day free trial. You guys could try it. If you don't like it, we are not offended. It's okay. It's
Yeah.
not for everyone, which is why we want to give you the opportunity to try it. And then if you do like it, it's just $1 a day after that. You'd be surprised on how many people spend more than a dollar on other things that we don't need personally.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're just here to help you guys, go further faster. It can be overwhelming because there's so much information out there,
Mm.
and you just don't know where to go. I've heard multiple times, every professional in life always has a coach. You don't need a
Yeah.
coach for life, but you need a coach to at least get you to where you want to be,
Yeah.
and that's our goal.
Absolutely.
So
Sometimes you even need a coach for the competition. So if your competition is just trying to get your store ready for a Q4, once you've
yeah,
gotten there and you understand the thing that you're up against, or you complete the challenge, then you can move on. So
yeah,
whatever your challenge may be or your course of action may be, come join us and we'll try to help you achieve it. And then when you're done with that, you can go on.
yep,
We
yeah.
won't be
That's the
offended if
goal.
you achieve the goal. Yeah.
Yeah,
Our
yeah,
goal is to train you out of the Patreon.
yeah,
If you want to stay, you can stay, but we
yeah,
don't expect lifers.
yeah,
We want you to learn what you need to learn and then go on and implement that and be successful.
yeah, yeah. 100%. Yeah, I mean, we love you all. We love to help you for as long as you need help.
Yeah.
You don't need to be there, get the road to six figures tattoo. Just
Yeah.
come in, learn what you need, and then go. There's a lot of people
Yeah.
that just join the free trial. They get the store review and they go, "Wow, this was helpful," and they just
Yeah.
go, "Oh, I just can't afford it right now, but I did get a lot of good value."
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
great too. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
So that's beautiful. Honeybee's Hanger says, "Hey y'all, 56 watching, only 21 likes. Come on, smash it. Appreciate you." And Brandon says, "If you ever need a bicycle or guitar expert, let me know. 30 years of experience. Course, I sell clothes on eBay due to living in the middle of nowhere." Yeah, for sure. You can always find clothes. But yeah, that's good to know, Brandon. If you want to reach out on Instagram too, I could just save your information for if we ever start going down that path. But yeah, so what are you working on the weekend, and what is some things that you're trying to accomplish?
So this is week number one of full time officially being just working 3 days a week. So
Hmm.
what I've realized is, and that's why I made the comment before I jumped in here. I was actually finishing up my listings, um, but I've noticed that if I take pure dedicated focus, and this is what I've been listening to. I've been listening to nothing but Dave Ramsey. But if I throw Dave Ramsey in the headphones and just knock out my listings, the whole day, literally, I'm done with 90 sets of photos, items packed and shipped, storage consolidated, um, and then everything else by 4 o'clock in the afternoon. That's 90 listings done, 90 sets of photos done, items sent off to the lister. And so
Hmm.
now with the rest of my day, I was able to attend that men's event last night. I
Hmm.
attended church last night. Did our the night before last? We did our call. We did two
Hmm.
calls on Tuesday. So now here it is Friday, and I'm literally doing nothing for the rest of the day. I've already went out, shipped all my orders, filmed a YouTube video, consolidated some inventory, went
Hmm.
to a yard sales, and now I'm doing this. And literally, all I have left to do for the day is do as many Amazon review videos as I can find stuff around the house. And
Hmm.
I don't even have to go to the gym because I've been able to implement the gym the last 3 days of the week. So it's crazy, man. Like with a little bit of just drive and focus, I've been able to
Hmm.
get 4 days off a week now and still be able to get the work done early on the days that I do work and have a life. And
Hmm.
that's really what this has all been about, being able to serve the Lord, being able to attend my church, being able to get all my work done and then have a life. Because I was working 14 hours a day. It's crazy.
Yeah. I
Typewriter.
there's like the seasons, I've for me it felt like just a season because I knew
Yeah,
the end result was like this isn't forever.
yeah,
It's just a season. But yeah,
yeah,
thank God for the not revelation, but for well, basically a revelation of just not
revelation.
like going, okay, I need to make a quick little change. So first of
Yeah,
all, I don't get burnt out, but so I
yeah,
can actually enjoy what I do a little bit
yeah,
more.
yeah,
But yeah, that's beautiful. I love to hear it. Love to see that. Days off are necessary, but it also
yeah,
doesn't mean you need to like go to the beach and relax. There's a time to do that. But when those
yeah,
other days open up, you can go, okay, now I can actually do this other business venture that I wanted. I
yeah,
can write that book I want to write.
yeah,
Maybe do
yeah,
another
exactly.
YouTube video.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
it's
take you
beautiful.
take the spare time and then you fill it with other income producing activities. So that's where you get the best results from because now you can focus on multiple streams of income. Because you just number one, you've given yourself a raise by finishing earlier, and now you've
Yeah,
given yourself a double raise by throwing on another income stream.
right.
So that's what it's
Yeah,
really all about. And Josh,
yeah,
I can't even do one typewriter pull up. I could do about one or two, but it's the back and forth motion that really tires my arms out, man. I
yeah,
gotta get my pull up game up.
yeah. Right on. Well, rounding it off, just wanted to open your guys' mind to the possibility of just making money in different ways. That's it. That's all. Just maybe consider doing it. Consider checking out Vendue, checking out whatever Amazon influencer program,
Yeah,
trying a Shopify store. Give it a shot. The worst thing
yeah,
that can happen is that that you lost your time, but you came to the conclusion of like, at least I can check that off my list, right?
yeah,
You don't want to be on your deathbed going, I wish I started that Shopify store.
yeah.
Just don't live with regret. Try it.
Absolutely. Yep.
Um, so yeah, appreciate you guys. If you want to check out Vendue, I have a link in description where it gives you 25% off your first month. You can try it. They also have a free plan too, 5 listings. Just see what it's all about. Check out the platform. It could be right for you. We'll see. But appreciate you guys. I hope you all have a blessed weekend. Remember, continue to make progress, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.
It is, guys.